Hello there, I'm the once and future Viking. Earlier this month I put out a video that was about what PSVR1 games I'd love to see upgraded to PSVR2. That video had a phenomenal response. I opened up a discussion to invite others to come and give their choices for what they would love to see ported over to the new headset. Everyone who took part in those discussions had some fantastic suggestions. However, there is 5 such games that haven't come up in the conversation. So I'm doing a follow-up video. This is 5 PSVR1 games that need PSVR2 upgrades ASAP. PSVR1 games that need PSVR2 upgrades ASAP. Number 5, The Inpatient. Set in the Until Dawn universe, you can guess this is a scary one. Just like the pancake version, your choices have consequences and there are branching storylines. And the speciality of this game, however, is that you verbalize your answers. You can speak out loud, and at times it feels like you're having a conversation with the NPCs of the game. The character models were ginormous though, so this needs to be cleaned up quite a bit, I think. But other than that, it'd be fantastic on PSVR2. Who knows, maybe they could even bundle it together with Rush of Blood in a compilation box set. Wouldn't that be something? PSVR1 games that need PSVR2 upgrades ASAP. Number 4, The Blair Witch Project VR. Imagine this horror fest in PSVR2. The haptics. Every time you have a panic attack or a PTSD attack, that could be represented in the haptics in the headset and the haptics in the remotes. Your hands could be shaking as you're chased by the monsters and the witch. Also, there's an enemy in this game that you're not allowed to look at. If you look at it, it attacks you. So perfect opportunity for some eye-tracking shenanigans. A more realistic forest to explore would also be very immersive for this one. PSVR1 games that need PSVR2 upgrades ASAP. Number 3, Transference. Transference absolutely blew me away and showed me what the PSVR1 was capable of. We had AAA photorealistic graphics, trippy, mind-bending visuals, and a story that is as heartbreaking as it is scary. This one was special. I really hope it makes the generational leap. PSVR1 games that need to be upgraded to PSVR2 ASAP. Number 2, Arizona Sunshine. The OG PSVR1 Zombie Fest. With a story that centers around a man, all alone, losing his mind in the zombie apocalypse. It's a story after my own heart. Imagine this remastered. Imagine it with realistic looking zombies that's closer to how they look in Dying Light. Imagine photorealistic graphics in the backdrop of the Arizona desert that looks closer to how Kayak VR looks. Throw in a hefty amount of haptics and we would have a realistic and immersive zombie fest that would probably be like no other. PSVR1 games that need PSVR2 upgrades ASAP. Number 1, Fracked. The adrenaline-fueled action movie simulator. This is one of PSVR1's better games. The possibilities for how immersive this game could be in PSVR2 is overwhelming. The haptics alone, bombing down the side of a mountain on a pair of skis while an avalanche is chasing you, getting into a sprawling gunfight with weapons that you would actually feel working in your hands. This would be PSVR2's premier title if this was only carried over into that console. Later on this year, Synapse will be released by the same development team, and that looks incredibly special just like this. It would be fantastic to see the graphics, which is already really good, cleaned up and sharpened. And I think this is probably the best game that we could hope for if it was ported over to PSVR2. And there you have it. There's 5 more games on the PSVR1 that would be great to be upgraded to PSVR2. Just like last time in the previous video, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. And I'd love to hear about any game that you would love to see ported over to PSVR2. And if you haven't watched the previous video already, please go check that out and join the discussion. The response was overwhelming. So, as always, I'm the once and future Viking, and I'm signing out. Hopefully one day I will see you on an online battlefield.